Welcome to the Uzziah Show, where being young, black, and successful is celebrated. I am your host, Uzziah, your success strategist. And if you have any questions about your business, your career, or your finances, then this is the show for you. Welcome, y'all. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you for the love. I'm excited for tonight's episode. I got something special in store for y'all tonight, so make sure y'all are tuned in. Are y'all tapping in with me tonight or what, man? I'm really excited. Thank y'all for joining. For those of you that are joining for the very first time, I'm Uzziah, and in 2013, I paid off over $95,000 in student loans 2 years after graduating from Baylor University. And since that time, I've become a best-selling author, real estate investor, and entrepreneur. And the reason I started this show is to help you get to the next level. I want to see you become the best version of yourself. So for those of y'all that have joined, welcome. Thank you in advance. See, I got a squad here with me. I don't even have to talk about put your name, put your city. Y'all already know off top. Shout out to Tiana checking in from Minnesota. Shout out to Avia from Austin, Texas, man. We in here, y'all. Shout out to Ariel from Austin. Shout out to Chevis. Thank y'all so much for joining. I am very excited for tonight's episode. I'm very, 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 very excited because tonight we're going to talk about how to start a business. This is a very important topic, so I want you to tune in. Now, I'm also going to open up the lines for comments and Q&A. So y'all know I want y'all to cam up. I'm going to put the link below so that way you can hop on camera and we can do what we need to do. Now, for those of y'all that are just getting on, I got to go through my house rules before we get into tonight's topic. So let's start talking about that right now. So as always, y'all know on this platform, I celebrate you. I celebrate your success and I highlight your accomplishments. I also give you a platform for you to promote your business for free. I give all praise and glory to the Most High that he's using me as a vessel to help uplift the people. But before we get into tonight's topic, we got to go over a few things. Y'all bear with me. We got to go over a few things. Number one, as we give out this free game, because there will be a lot of free game being given out tonight. If you checked out yesterday's episode on how to turn your talents into money, there was a lot of free game that was given out, y'all. I'm telling y'all right now, I'm not keeping that episode on forever. Whenever I set up my Patreon account, I'm going to take it off of YouTube and put it on there. There was a lot of information that went on, and I hope that y'all soaked it up. But as y'all know, as with every episode, I try to give y'all as much free game as I can. And all I ask in return is one, no bad energy. We don't have to agree on everything. We don't have to always see eye to eye, but please keep it respectful and please keep it positive. And the reason I'm saying that, y'all, is because I'm sure you can already see the one dislike on the video before I even started talking. Before I even got on camera, there was already a dislike for the show. So that should show you what we are up against when it comes to getting positive Black male media off the ground. Not everybody wants to see this. And that's the reason why I always ask for support, just like we see from brother Yasha Allah. Thank you so much, Yasha Allah, for the $15 super chat. This is what keeps the show going, y'all. So the second thing that I want to talk about is how we need to keep the engagement flowing. Y'all are doing it tonight, man. Y'all are doing it, and I thank you so much. So continue to send me comments. I see all of y'all in the building. Shout out to Tiana in the building. Shout out to Yasha Allah once again. Shout out to Avia. Shout out to Ariel. Shout out to We the People University from Atlanta, Georgia. Shout out to the brother Shevis Watson. Shout out to my brother Native. He's in the house. Thank y'all for all of the support. And if you're just coming in, make sure that you acknowledge yourself. Make sure that you leave a comment. Let us know who you are, where you're coming from, and make sure that you smash that like button, y'all. Smash the like button, smash the like button, smash the like button. This will tell YouTube to ignore the haters and to keep putting this message out for the people to see. Y'all know I'm very big on how this show needs to be available for all Black people to see all around the world. And I cannot do that without y'all's support. So make sure that you smash the like button. It takes 2 seconds. It's totally free. Let's keep the likes up at 50% or higher. And make sure, as always, to subscribe. Y'all see, I got the Black Men's Career apparel on right now. The greatness begins here. If y'all want to see that directly under the YouTube video, then make sure that y'all subscribe, because once we get to 10,000 subs, then this will be up for sale directly from YouTube. All right, Tia says, hello, I would like to get my nephew on here, but he just started school this week. Absolutely, sister. I would love to be able to speak with your nephew. I would love for him to be able to get this knowledge and understanding as early as he can, so that way he can make smart decisions throughout his life. Thank you, thank you, thank you once again for joining. Thank you, thank you, thank you for your support. Thank you for smashing that like button. Thank you for subscribing. And y'all know, if you have any questions pertaining to your career, your business, or your finances, then please put your question in the super chat. Make sure that you bring a super chat where you put your question that you have, so that way I can pause the show and address that just for you. And if you love what this show is about, if you like where the show is going, if you really want to see this show on air, then please, y'all, donate, donate, donate. Your donations is what keeps the show going. This is the only positive Black male media outlet that is focused on spiritual, financial, and communal development. And if we don't invest in this platform, then nobody else will. We always talk about how we don't have enough for ourselves. This is the start of it. So I want to take a quick moment to acknowledge a few of our biggest sponsors. I want to give a special shout out to the brother Andrew, who recently gave a Cash App donation of $238. Thank you so much. God bless you, my brother. Much love. I appreciate the support. You are definitely helping to keep the show going. I also want to give a special shout out to Andre Douglas. Andre Douglas brought forth a $50 Cash App donation. Like I told y'all, I know that there are some of y'all that are out there that watch this show regularly, but maybe you can't be on live as the episode is playing. So for those of y'all that watch the episode on your own time and you are still donating, I want to give a special shout out and props to you right now. I want you to know that you're right here with us in spirit. You're keeping this thing going. I'm telling y'all, a lot of the offline folks is starting to go harder than the online folks, y'all. So for those of y'all that are online that watch this thing in real time, man, y'all got to come with it, because we got an audience out there that is supporting this thing behind the scenes, and it is beautiful. I thank you so much for the support. Yasha Allah has already cammed up. I'm about to throw him on. Make sure, Shevis, that you're on, Azaniah, that you're on as well, because I want to address y'all next. Big shout out to Rick Judah, by the way, for the Cash App donation of $40. Much appreciate y'all. Many blessings to you, King. Really, really appreciate everything that y'all are doing to help keep this channel going. Cash Apps are the only thing that keeps the show on air, y'all. There's a lot of work that goes into these shows behind the scenes. I'm focusing on building a team. I'm focusing on upgrading our equipment. I kind of need another computer to do the stuff that I'm trying to do on here, y'all. That's why we kind of run into technical difficulties from time to time. There's a lot that goes into making this show flow smoothly. So I want to go ahead and kick this thing off. Like I said, I want to do something a little bit different as we start off today's show. And I want to get Shevis on. I want to get Yasha Allah on. And I want to get Azaniah on. I want to get y'all on camera. I want to acknowledge these three men today as my way of giving back for all of the great sponsorship. So as some of y'all know, there was a brother that came on named Juice last week who brought forth a $200 sponsorship similar to Andrew. And y'all saw that I gifted him with one of my premier courses, the Maximum Productivity Masterclass. I really want to celebrate those of y'all that have a giving heart to invest in Black businesses. And so what I want to do at this time is I want to be able to acknowledge and celebrate y'all for all of y'all's support that y'all give me by giving back to you in a special way. So right now, I want to add in Yasha Allah. What's going on, my brother? Good to see you as always, sir. You're looking clean today. You're looking real fresh.
So, my brother, I got a chance at the down tank in the shower. That's what it was.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. You're looking good, sir. You're looking good and looking young. So for those of y'all that know Yasha Allah because you've been on this show on a consistent basis, this brother donates to this show every single day. Every day that he is on this channel, he is helping to keep the platform going. And that really means a lot. You know, when I'm trying to get this show and this business really off the ground, getting it to a certain level to where it is edifying and valuable for y'all, every little bit helps. And so one of the things that I wanted to do specifically for you, Brother Yasha Allah, is I wanted to give you access to my flagship program of $1,000 called 0 to 6 Figures. Now, some of you may have heard of this program. This is a program that is responsible for helping people get rid of a lot of debt, start their own businesses. Some of y'all are familiar with Antonio, who was on a couple weeks ago, who's paid off over $300,000 in debt after working with me. And I want to give you free access into this program for everything that you've done, Brother Yasha Allah, to support this channel. So real quick, I'm just going to show you all of what you're going to get as my way of saying thank you, sir, for constantly supporting this platform. I really appreciate you always being on. I appreciate you sharing. I appreciate you getting on camera. Your support means the world to me. And I don't want any of y'all to think that I take any of your support for granted. So when you brothers and sisters make a point to pour out to me, I'm going to make sure that I make a point to pour out into you. So as y'all can see, when it comes to 0 to 6 figures, this is what you're going to get, Brother Yasha Allah. Okay. It comes with 6 modules that's dedicated to helping you achieve a 6-figure net worth. You will have 24-hour access to this. You can tap into it at any time, whether it's from your phone, whether it's from your laptop, whether it's from a tablet. And there are so many important topics that I go over in this program. I'm not going to go over everything right now because we'll be here all night. Okay. But this talks about how to be able to create an automated wealth system. So that way you're not constantly trading time for money. That's actually what I'm going to be talking more about in tomorrow's episode. In this program, I'll be showing you how to automate your finances. So that way you don't have to focus on managing your money yourself. I'll be focusing on how to complete a debt payoff plan for you. So that way you can get rid of all of those annoying loans that's stopping you from accumulating wealth faster. We'll talk about achieving financial security, building your income engine, and investing, what type of investments to consider, as well as reaching a 6-figure net worth. And not only am I giving you access to that, Brother Yasha Allah, I'm giving you access also to 4 premium bonuses. Bonus 1 is my High Salary Secrets program, where I show you how to achieve a 6-figure income or more. I will also give you access to my Build Your Credit video vault, which talks about how to handle disputes, how to maximize your credit score, how to delete late payments, collections, charge-offs, medical bills, student loans, judgment and liens, bankruptcies, and so much more, as well as 10 different ways to be able to create passive income, including Airbnb, Fiverr, done-for-you services, mobile apps, flipping pianos, car sharing, and so much more. So I just wanted to be able to extend this as my gift to you, sir. As I said before, this is my premier program out of my entire product line that is over $1,000 in value. And I believe that you are extremely deserving of this for all of the support that you have given me, sir. So I want to just say thank you once again, and Lord's will, you get a lot of value from it.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. All praise to the Most High. So
Yes,
I'm going to use it. I'm going to use it very well.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You talk about a university. That's what a real university is right there, sir. So I'm excited for you, and keep me posted on your progress. And so, you know, the reason why I just wanted to share that with y'all to set the tone on today's episode is because I want to show y'all the bigger picture behind this platform. I want to show y'all what it looks like when we invest and pour into each other. This is not a platform for selfish Black people that want to get one over on each other. This is a platform where we help each other win. I'm about helping our people succeed and helping our people thrive. So whatever it is that I can do to help y'all have life-changing results, then that's what I'm committed to doing. So once again, thank y'all so much for all of your donations. Thank you so much for all of your super chats. And as you can see, it hasn't gone in vain. So for any of y'all that are wondering, should I donate to this platform? Here's your proof. It's not going unnoticed. Whether you donate in real time while the show is going or you donate outside of the show, I'm shouting you out because I don't take it lightly. I know that y'all work hard, and I know that you're taking your hard-earned money and pouring into this experience. So if you want to give a super chat to become one of the sponsors of this channel, which comes with premium benefits, then make sure that you tap the dollar icon that is directly below the live chat window on this YouTube page. For some of y'all, you may not see that icon because you might be looking at YouTube on your desktop. Just in case that you don't see it or you're having a hard time finding it, see if you can pull it up on your phone. Go to your smartphone, pull up the YouTube app on your phone, then tap in, and then you should see it right at the bottom right-hand corner of the screen. So once again, shout out to you, Yasha Allah, Shevis and Azaniah. Once you're on, I'm looking out for y'all too. Let's get into business. So if you have a business and you want to see me promote your business for free on my platform during the show, then please send me an email at uzziah@blackmenscareer.com. Please send me your information, including your website, the details about your business, what it is that you do, how people can get in contact with you. And then I will promote your business on this show for free. As y'all could see, a couple days ago, Tiana was on. We promoted her business for free. I want to get more Black business owners on here. And I do have a special surprise for y'all tonight. And I need to make sure that he leaves me a comment below to make sure that he's in the building. I need to make sure that he's getting on this Cam Up link that I'm going to put in the comments section. So that way we are good to go on that. And I'm trying to add in some new things for y'all. I'm trying to add in some surprises from time to time. So don't think y'all's investing in this show is going in vain. I'm really trying to take this thing to the next level, but I cannot do it without your support. All right. So no bad energy. Let's keep the engagement flowing. And as always, if you want me to promote your business, then send me an email. Let's get into the topic at hand. How to start a business. There are 1,000,001 different things that you need to do when running a business. So I'm only going to give you the 5 core areas on today's episode so that I don't overwhelm you. You know, there's so many different things that pop up about business. Do I need a website? Should I file an LLC? Do I get a logo? We have all of these different questions about business, but these 5 things that I'm going to share with you on tonight's episode, these are all things that you need to do long before you even think about having a business card, having some nice and shiny logo. All of those things are optional. Now let's get into the real meat at hand. The first thing that you want to do when you're starting a business is begin with the end in mind. Before you lift a finger in starting your business, what do you want the end goal to look like? This is very important, and so many of us never do this. You have to look at your business all the way down the line, and then you have to work in reverse. Otherwise, you're going to have to undo the work that you're doing right now to get to the business that you actually want. Remember when we had yesterday's show and I was talking to Yasha Allah about his credit business and how he could set that up for trucking? He said in the comments that, man, I gotta now go back to the drawing board and rethink how I'm going to turn my credit repair company into a legitimate business. You have to begin with the end in mind, because if you don't do that starting out, you're always going to find yourself in rework. You're always going to be thinking about, okay, well, what is it that I want to do right now? But then you'll have a future vision for your company, which will require you to actually undo some of the things that you're doing today. So, for example, you might start a business where you're getting sales by doing cold calls, and you might work your way up to a certain level only to find that you cannot make any more money through the phone. So now you need to start taking online payments. If you don't begin with the end in mind, when you go through that transition from cold calls to online payments, you're going to be losing out on a lot of revenue, and that can do damage. So the reason I'm instructing you to begin with the end in mind is so that way you're not having to constantly revamp your business from top to bottom. You'll want to make progress along the way, but what you don't want to have to do is constantly tear down and start again, all because you didn't think things through the first time. Before you lift a finger in starting your business, what do you want the end goal to look like? Okay, I want to share a famous quote with y'all from one of the most famous companies in America called IBM. Now, for some of y'all that are in the tech world, you already know that IBM was the forefather of many of the tech companies that are around today. And when Tom Watson, the CEO of IBM, was interviewed about how IBM reached its level of success, here's what he had to say. IBM is what it is today for three special reasons. The first reason is that at the very beginning, I had a very clear picture of what the company would look like when it was finally done. You might say I had a model in my mind of what it would look like when the dream, my vision, was in place. The second reason was that once I had that picture, I then asked myself how a company which looked like that would have to act. I then created a picture of how IBM would act when it was finally done. I got to pause on this because this is so important. The second reason was that once I had that picture, I then asked myself how a company which looked like that would have to act. See, a lot of us as business owners think that we don't actually run like a legitimate business until we're already on Fortune 500 level. Tom Watson understood that the only way that you could get to Fortune 500 level is to act like a Fortune 500 long before you arrive. You have to act the part before you become the part in business. The same thing applies whenever you are applying for a job. One of the things that they commonly tell you whenever you're going for an interview is dress the part that you want to get. If you're trying to level up, you got to see yourself there now. One of the biggest things behind the success of any business is a visionary seeing him or herself there long before they're actually there. Once I had that picture, I then asked myself how a company which looked like that would have to act. I then created a picture of how IBM would act when it was finally done. The third reason IBM has been so successful was that once I had a picture of how IBM would look when the dream was in place and how such a company would have to act, I then realized that unless we began to act that way from the very beginning, we would never get there. In other words, I realized that for IBM to become a great company, it would have to act like a great company long before it ever became one. From the very outset, IBM was fashioned after the template of my vision. And each and every day, we attempted to model the company after that template. At the end of each day, we asked ourselves how well we did, discovered the disparity between where we were and where we had committed ourselves to be. And at the start of the following day, set out to make up for the difference. Every day at IBM was a day devoted to business development, not doing business. We didn't do business at IBM, we built one. This is heavy. The thing that separates so many business owners from Tom Watson is that most people are trying to do business running around with a chicken, like a chicken with their head cut off. You know, there's so many people that don't have any sense of direction about, well, where's my business going? I know that I'm working hard and I know that I'm running all over the place, but what is the outcome here? Every day at IBM was a day devoted to business development, not doing business. So before Tom Watson even got started doing the grunt work of IBM, he already laid the model, and every single day he was just chipping away at getting to the destination. So the first question that you need to ask yourself is, what is your destination for your business? Where do you ultimately want to be? If you have no destination and you're just getting out there blindly trying to make money, it's going to be a rough road for you. And this is the reason why so many businesses fail within the first 5 years of getting started. Now, I want to start seeing some commentary from y'all because I want to know how this one point resonates with you in the 5 keys. And again, if you're just joining, please make sure that you smash that like button, okay? To tell more people to come, make sure that you share this with a friend. Make sure that you send in a Cash App. We're at 1 Cash App thus far. We need to keep more coming. If you're watching this show and it is not live, the Cash App as well as the Instagram information is in the link below. If you're online right now, make sure that you bring forth a super chat. Now, the second thing that we need to discuss this on the way to building a business is that you have to address a need in the marketplace. It can't just be about what you want to do. You have to address a need. And we talked about this a lot in yesterday's show on how to take your talents and turn it into money. Business is about solving problems. The stronger the need, the more that people will pay for it. You get paid in direct proportion to the size of the problem that you solve. So it's very important that you understand that the way to make sure that you stay in business is by solving a person's problems. I want to tell y'all something, and I say this in all humility. God has blessed me with a skill set that will always give me job security. There will always be someone who's looking to start a business. There will always be someone who's looking to get out of debt. There will always be someone who's looking for a better job. And by me learning those specific skills, I'm able to solve a need in the marketplace that is very important. Y'all see, there's a lot of people right now going through financial hardships. They need this information. It's not that they want it, they need it. And so whatever it is that you do, make sure that you solve a need, because the stronger the need, the more that people will pay you for it. When you look at billionaires, they're solving large problems. You get paid in direct proportion to the size of the problem that you solve. And when your need is strong enough, you can do a lot of things wrong and still win. Imagine you had the cure for AIDS. Do you really think that people would care how nice your business cards look? Hell, if you had the cure for AIDS, you wouldn't even need a business card. People would be beating your door down, getting your product. When your product solves a need that is strong enough, everything else is trivial. The reason why a lot of times we have to put on and have all of these nice, shiny things surrounding our business is because the product does not sell itself. And so the more that you can focus on having an invaluable product, the less your website design matters, the less you need advertisements running around the clock. If you have something that serves a need within the marketplace, people will tell other people about it. People will tell people, yo, this person got the cure for AIDS. Oh, really? Where? How do I find them? You don't even need a website. Where does he live? I'm gonna go. I'm gonna travel. It don't matter if I'm in California, he in Texas. I'm driving there. I'm flying there. When the need is strong enough, people will find you. So start your business with that first in mind. Thirdly, you need to study your top clients. And real quick, shout out to my brother Chevis that says, smash that like button. Make sure that you do that. Smash the like button. Bring forth that super chat. Absolutely. Avia says, number one definitely makes sense. You got to count the cost. She also says, see a need, fill a need. Absolutely. And fortunately, there is a lot of need in society, which means that there's a lot of opportunity. Okay, so let's go into this next thing. All right, we're rocking and rolling. The third thing that you need when you're starting a business is to study your top clients, create a unique offering, and build systems around your product. Listen to what I just said again. If you want to have a successful business, you need to study your top clients, create a unique offering, and build systems around your product. This one principle will make or break your company. The reason I say this is because not everybody is your ideal client. You know, when you first start running a business, a lot of us get into the mistake of just trying to make money. So we'll take money from anywhere. And you're so desperate to get cash flow going that you end up taking in bad clients. You want to master perfecting your clients and finding people that are just like that time and time again. Okay? Birds of a feather flock together. So the minute that you can find one of your ideal clients, then you will start to create a network of other people just like them. This is also known as business as identifying your target market. Okay, your target market includes the age, the gender, the interests and preferences of your ideal client, their income level, what challenges they go through, what hobbies they have. You really need to study your consumer before you sell to them. And this is one of the biggest problems as to why a lot of people are not successful in business. You need to study first before you sell. So I'm going to give a prime example. My target customer is a Black man aged 25 to 34 years old who is looking to leave their 9-to-5 job and start their own business. Now, the thing about that is that doesn't mean that that's the only customer that I'm going to have. It just means that I've narrowed my focus in terms of marketing. Y'all saw Yasha Allah on here 2 seconds ago, and y'all know he's still trying to get to age 19. But he still finds a way to be a part of the company, because when you hit your target market, you're not only going to attract that, but other people who are loosely related to that as well. If you're going to be successful in business, you have to define your target market. Okay. And if you don't know who your ideal customer is, you need to start brainstorming about the type of person that you would want to work with. Do you want to work with a person that is easygoing or a person that's hard to work with? Do you want to deal with an introvert or an extrovert? You need to start asking questions. You know what you need to do? You need to put up a picture in a business profile as you're doing your business planning of an image of what your ideal client looks like. You need to study that person and know them better than they know themselves. The reason why you need to do that is because if you know this person like the back of your hand, what you can do is when you market to them, you can speak their language. If you have no ideal customer, you're going to speak too broad and general. And when you speak to everybody, you speak to nobody. You have to identify who your ideal customer is, and then you have to market to them specifically. When you just try to sell to anybody and you have no target market, the bad clients are going to bring more headaches, more housekeeping, and less money. You're going to make more money with your ideal clients, and you're going to do it easier once you found your ideal customer. I cannot tell y'all how many horror stories I have on this topic. Some of the worst customers that I have ever worked with never paid on time. Every time it was time to bill them, there was always some problem. They paid me the least, but they required the most of my time. Now, the guys who would actually be paying me on the highest levels, they didn't have time to talk to me day and night because they were taking the information that I gave and running with it. Meanwhile, you know what the people who were paying me least were doing? They were asking me questions about things that I already addressed in my product. So you have to get very clear about who is my ideal customer and where can I find them? Where do they hang out? Where do they congregate? What platforms are they on? What groups are they in? What do they like to do for fun? Are they single or are they married? What are their core values? The more you can know about your target market, the better off you will be in terms of gaining customers. And this all goes into the subject of generating qualified leads. We'll talk more about that on another episode. When you set up your business and you've identified your top clients will tell you exactly what they want. You don't have to be some creative genius to think about something next level in order to make money. All you need to do is to identify who you want to serve and ask them what they want, and they will tell you. So when I built 0 to 6 figures, for example, I built that product based upon customer feedback. They told me, I want to learn how to get out of debt. They told me, I want to focus on how to get my household in order. I want to focus on being able to start my own business. I want to focus on all of these different things. So whenever you are setting up your business, don't focus on, oh man, I got to have something as innovative as Netflix. I got to be able to be the next Amazon. No, you don't have to do that. Business can be a lot easier than what you make it out to be if all you do is simply identify who you want to serve and start asking them. Their opinion matters a lot more than yours. And that is one of the most important things that you have to know as an entrepreneur. You know, they have this saying that when you're a boss, you don't work for anybody else, but that's a myth. When you are a boss, the boss that you work for are your customers. They tell you what they want. And not every customer is the customer for you. You know how they say that the customer is always right? That's also a myth. But the right customer is always right. So when it comes to guys like Antonio, my target client who I helped paid off $300,000 in debt, his words are like gold to me in terms of what he wants from my business. When he talks, I'm listening because I know that when he talks, if I supply what it is that he's asking for, he's going to be willing to pay for it. You got to make sure that y'all do that when you're setting up your business. And like I said, you want to study your top clients. You want to create a unique offering, and you want to build systems around your product. And real quick, I want to give a special shout out to Akita Monet for the $10 super sticker. Thank you so much for the support. Thank you so much for the love. Y'all, please keep the super chats coming. These are very important to keep the show going. We need more investment into positive Black male media, y'all. And that's why I'm always shouting out all of the sponsors, because this show cannot run without you. If you want to know how to do a super chat, click the dollar icon directly below the chat. Additionally, if you're watching this and the live stream is over, you can Cash App. The description has my Cash App information. My Cash App information is also on the screen, $ Black Men's Career. Rodney says, what he's saying is the very reason why I watch it twice and take notes the second time around. Absolutely. You got to make sure that y'all study this stuff, man, because this is going to make or break your business. Study your top clients, create a unique offering, and build systems around your product. Okay. So you got to know how these things work. And you got to know when you're creating your unique offering, what sets you apart from everyone else. For example, my business is called Black Men's Career. So that sets me apart off top. Not anybody can do what I'm doing because not everyone is a Black man. I'm creating my own lane in an industry which sets me apart from everyone else that's doing it. I'm not just giving you business. I'm giving you how the spiritual side of your life ties into the business. I'm showing you how when we lock in spiritually as well as financially, how we can take our assets and pour back into the community. It's about having something unique. You cannot be a run-of-the-mill company and compete with everybody else that's out here doing it. Because if you're getting into the marketplace, your product has to be better and different than everybody else that's already making money. Otherwise, why would somebody stop paying somebody else to come to you? Right? Y'all were watching something else on YouTube before y'all came to my show, but I had to have a way of having a unique offering to start to attract your interests. Likewise, you got to do the exact same thing when you're starting your business. How do you stand out from everybody else? Y'all notice I don't call myself a business coach. There are a lot of business coaches. I don't call myself a business consultant. That's generic. I am a success strategist. I'm going to take your life apart and create a strategy for you to get to the next level. You don't pay me just to be able to get information on business. You pay me for a complete life design to become the best version of yourself. And when you offer something that is unique, you're able to charge at a premium because they can't get it anywhere else. This is the reason why Apple does things different. This is the reason why Tesla does things different. Why do y'all think Cirque du Soleil is so special when all it is a premium form of circus? They structure their companies in a way that makes them drastically different from the rest of the market. And when you can do that effectively, you're going to be in high demand. You're going to be the person that people have to go to because there's nobody else that can do it like you. Now, the third thing that I want to talk about is creating a repeatable process. And a lot of y'all, you should really take pride and joy in what I just said. You are your own man and your own woman. There's nobody else who can be you better than you. There is something unique that you provide to the world. So if you can take your gifts and talents and package it in a way that only you know how, you've already created a competitive advantage in the marketplace. Instead of trying to be just like everybody else, make sure that you focus on becoming the best version of yourself. And when you put that into your business, that will make you a standout player. Shout out to We the People University for the $20 super chat. Greatly appreciate it, We the People. Greatly appreciate it. Greatly appreciate it. Greatly appreciate it. Thank y'all so much for bringing forth these super chats. Y'all keep these super chats coming, please. Akita said, don't forget your PayPal. Yes, the PayPal me information is on the screen. And y'all can get the PayPal link directly in the description below. Okay. So now going back to the topic at hand, you have to make sure that when you're creating a system, you have a repeatable process. You need a repeatable system to do business because a lot of us, we do business with people randomly and we're pushed and pulled in a million different ways. When you do business on the fly, that's not scalable. I've said this before. You know, a lot of times when you're just getting going and starting a business, you think about, okay, you know, I met one person. I'm going to take this person's phone number and they're going to become a customer. But you can't sustain that activity when you're 200 customers in. If you're 2,000 customers in, that has to look a lot different than 200 or 2 people. This is the reason why you have to begin with the end in mind. If you're going to make a lot of money, you need repeatable systems mastering the same process from A to Z. When you're first getting started, you need to focus a little bit more on selling, however, than your systems. Follow what I'm saying. Your systems is what's going to keep you thriving in business in the long term. But you can't build an effective system if you don't know everything that goes into running your business. So say you run a restaurant. When you first open up, maybe you're just freestyling how you're making your meals. You can't do that for very long if you want to stay in business, however, but just to start putting some money in your pocket, you start from square one. Once you start collecting cash flow and you start learning the rights and wrongs of how you're doing your business, that's when you need to start documenting all of your processes into a system. In order to systematize your company, you need to document your processes, and you can do that making tutorial videos. So when I have assistants that I onboard onto the team, I'll give them screenshots. I'll make video tutorials. I will walk them through exactly how to do the job step by step, so that way you can't get it wrong. The biggest businesses in America have systems that are so refined that you could take any fool off the street and do the process. Prime example, McDonald's. Their system is what makes them money. Walmart has a system. FedEx has a system. Starbucks has a system. Hotels have a system. How do y'all think that if you go on a cruise, they all know how to make the bed the exact same way? No matter what floor you're on, no matter what ship it is, they know how to do it the exact same way because they're following a system. If you don't have a system, you don't really have a business. And if your business cannot run without you working on it, then you have a hobby. You have to grow your business over time with the systems to support it. If you don't have systems in place that are repeatable and automated, there's no way that you can grow to very high levels. Okay, let me check these comments real quick to see where y'all are at on this. Okay, very, very good. Very, very good. Very, very good. Glad to see that y'all are still rocking with me. Number 4, you got to understand your A to Z pipeline. Okay, remember how I was talking about A to Z? I want to make it very basic and very plain for y'all right here. You need to understand what the process will look like at every turn of somebody coming and learning about your company. A lot of times we only think about the end part, which is somebody buying your product and you collecting their money. There's a lot that happens before you get there. The first thing that you need to focus on if you're going to run a successful business is how you are going to acquire customers. What is your acquisition model? Prime example, how are you marketing? Are you getting potential customers on Facebook? Or are you putting, flyers on people's cars? How are you getting people interested in your company? This process is something that you really need to get a handle on, especially if you are running your business online. 60% of all of your time working on your business should go towards marketing. I'm going to say that again. 60% of all of your time towards your business should go towards marketing. If a tree falls down in the forest and no one is around to hear it, does it make a sound? Well, nobody cares because nobody is around to hear it. So who cares if the tree fell or not? Likewise, you could have the best product in the world, but if nobody knows that it exists, what does it matter? You're not going to make any money. You're not going to make any sales. You have to determine, how are you going to acquire new customers? How are you going to generate new leads? The only way that you can stay in business is if you have this mapped out from day to day. And the reason why a lot of y'all might be starting businesses and you're not making the kind of money that you want to make is because you haven't got a handle on how you're generating your traffic. You've thought about everything else but your traffic. And this is a big problem in the business world because you've got people who have incredible products with no marketing, but then you have companies with average products that do mass marketing. Who do y'all think makes more money? The people that have the average products that do mass marketing beats new startup entrepreneurs who don't know how to spread the word. So don't spend all of your time in product creation. That's one of the biggest challenges that a lot of young entrepreneurs face. You spend all day trying to make the perfect product that you never take any time to tell a customer. You never take any time to think about, okay, I got the perfect product. How do I now get it into people's hands? We spend a lot of time trying to be perfectionists, trying to get everything down so picture perfect, and our marketing sucks. You need to spend 60% of your time towards marketing because you won't make any sales if you don't have any traffic at the end of the day. Now, the next thing that you need to focus on, once you've identified your traffic model, is how you will convert a lead into a customer. This is the reason why a lot of businesses fail. There's so many times that I see new entrepreneurs design a brand new product, and then the only thing that they do is they plaster it on their Facebook wall and just say, hey, go and buy. But that's not the best way to make money. The reason why I'm saying this is because you don't want to ask for marriage on the first date, especially if you're selling a high-end product. Now, if you're selling a low-end product, let's say that the product is $10. People are okay parting ways with that money, even if the product is a complete failure. But the more expensive your product offering is, the more you have to nurture your leads. A lot of us do not get the type of sales that we want on a regular basis because we instantly go to the sale. You don't ask for marriage on the first date. You don't meet a girl for the very first time and are like, "Hi, my name is Tony. You want to marry me?" Don't do that, y'all. I'm giving y'all the game on how to do it. In yesterday's show, I was telling y'all about free samples. Give people your talent for free just so it sticks on them long enough for them to get hooked, and then they will come and find you. But the reason why a lot of y'all be resentful is because nobody is buying from you, but nobody knows what the product looks like. They've never seen it. They've never tried it. They've never tested it. Give them the opportunity to try it out and understand that in the time that they're trying it out, it doesn't mean that the money is going to come the same day. But just because the money doesn't come the same day doesn't mean the money is not coming. Okay, you got to really be clear on how you're going to take your business and you're going to create a pipeline from turning a person into a stranger into a customer. And that takes work. That takes education. That takes understanding the mind of the prospect. This is why you need to do target marketing. See, when I get on here, I know the challenges that we go through. One of the biggest challenges that our community goes through is that we've never had someone that has sat down with us and showed us the steps on how to start a business. Black people only own 2% of all businesses in America. So when I'm giving you my consulting, I'm not just talking somewhere out of left field. I'm talking in a way that is specific to you and your problem. That way, we can connect the dots from where you are to where you want to be. When you have a business, it's not readily apparent in other people's minds how you can take them from where they are to where you want them to be, or where they want to be, most importantly. A lot of us are good for talking about the end result. Okay, you're going to be here. But a lot of people are not willing to buy the end product until you've proven that you understand where they are right now. I'm telling y'all, man, a lot of the times I be giving y'all this free game and I'd be like, damn, why don't I put this on the Patreon, man? Because that one principle alone is a game changer. The key to making sure that you can convert strangers into customers is starting from where they are and nurturing them until they get to where they want to be. You know what that process looks like. So again, let's talk about marriage. You don't ask for marriage on the first date. You just ask for a phone number. The phone number turns into a date. A date turns into another date. You start introducing yourself to each other's families. You spend time having conversations. You find out what you have in common. And then once you get to a place where you realize this is the person for you, then that's when you move forward in a marriage. Business works the same way. That's why I don't just only sell my products out here. I let you know the value I have to offer, and you decide what you want to do with the information. I understand where you are right now, but I'm not going to rush you to get somewhere else. We're going to take our time exactly where you are, because I know in time you will see it for yourself. That's what you have to do as a business owner if you want to go the distance. You know, anybody can make fast money for today, but how can you retain customers from year to year to year to year? I've been doing business with Antonio since 2013. It's 2021. How can I continue to do business with this man if it's only about a quick buck? I understand that there's always a progression. So guess what? When I first started talking to Antonio, he asked me, how do you get out of debt? Now the conversation is, what do you do with the money that you have now that you're out of debt? You're building a pipeline for people at every turn, because guess what? If you're so short-sighted that you only know the answer to one question, that same customer is going to go and find somebody else that has the other answers. You got to think about your pipeline, y'all. How are you going to convert your customers? Next, how will you ensure satisfaction? Real quick, let me give a big shout out to my brother, Rodney Lawrence. Y'all know we rocking and rolling. He says, this has been a jam-packed week. I don't think some of you understand the quality of the material nor the sacrifice. Big facts. Big facts. He said this could have been a private masterclass, $1,000 per student. Big facts. And this is the reason why I always stress the super chats, y'all, because it's in good faith. If you know that you're getting information that if you went to somebody else that had been charging you thousands, come on, man, at least put up a $5 super chat. You're investing in your own people. I'm investing in you, ain't I? So if you are feeling this content and you like what the show is about, then please give the super chat. Click the $ icon directly below the chat window. If you're watching this thing after the live broadcast, the Cash App and the PayPal information is in the description below. Okay, Tia said this is true. Study the social behavior of your target audience. See, that's the whole reason why you need a target audience. Okay, I'm going to give it a prime example. I'm talking to Tia right now, right? Let's say, Tia, that you wanted to start a underwear business. Let's just say that. Would you sell underwear to a 20-year-old the same way that you would to a 60-year-old? No, they have different interests. They're going after a different look. They're going to shop with different buying behavior. The same thing applies to if you're selling insurance. The same thing applies to if you're selling technology. I'm giving y'all the game for free. All you have to do is take it and run with it, man. So going back to the topic now, let's keep the super chats going. Understand your A to Z pipeline. Where are you getting your traffic from? Is this qualified traffic? Just because you got a Facebook post don't mean that this qualified traffic. You have to be able to qualify. Are you the right person? Okay, that's the reason why sometimes y'all see when you see business owners offer high-end products where you have to fill out an application is because they're screening you to see if it's even worth their time to try to sell you on their product. When you're selling a high-end product, you already understand this ain't for everybody. If you're running a premium business, you're not looking for everybody to do business with. You're not looking for everybody. You're looking for the right person. Okay. How are you going to convert that right person? How will you ensure customer satisfaction? You know, one big thing that y'all need to do, and you could do this right away, customer satisfaction surveys. Just make you a basic survey. You could do this for free. Surveymonkey.com, Google Forms, email. You don't even need a form. Just ask questions, guys. How much did you like this product on a scale of 1 to 10? 1 being the lowest, 10 being the highest. What did you like the most about it? What could use improvement? How likely are you to refer this product to a friend? Put the survey out. Just do it, getting anonymous feedback, and take the information and use that to level up. Stop listening to all of these random people out here who ain't never going to do business with you, but they act like they know so much because they're your family or they're your friend. When somebody buys from you, that's the number one person you need to be asking questions. You need to understand, why did they buy this from you? Because the reason why they buy it from you then becomes your marketing. You might have been thinking that, okay, I was marketing my product one way. I thought this is the reason why people were buying from me. But your customer will tell you the reason why they bought. Your customer will literally give you the language that needs to be on your website, on your advertising, in your emails, in your text messages. All you have to do is be willing to listen. Don't just sell. Put out customer surveys. Why do y'all think that Yelp and Amazon are so big for having their 5-star reviews? Make the most of it, y'all. Your customer will tell you exactly what they want. All you got to do is give it to them. The next thing that you need to focus on is your cash system. Okay. We've talked about traffic. Now, I want y'all to see how the pipeline comes together. The reason why we talked about traffic is because you didn't have a customer and you needed to go out and find strangers to try to get them to do business with you. Where are you most likely to find your audience that will resonate with your product? That first starts off with traffic. The next thing that you got to think about is, okay, now once you've gotten the attention, how do you convert them into a customer? Does your business have a landing page? Do you have push notifications? Do you have an email list? How do you continue to nurture your audience? A lot of y'all that are starting businesses, you're trying to make money right there on the spot, and it don't work like that. I'm telling y'all, listen to what I'm saying. If you don't take anything else from what I'm saying, listen to this. The average person needs at least 5 to 6 impressions with your company before they ever buy from you. I know that for a lot of y'all right now, watching right now, you're like, yeah, this is one show, but we'll see what he talks about tomorrow. Maybe he's all cap. For some of y'all, one super chat won't come until 20 shows later. That's okay. Just know, Lord willing, I'll be here. You got to deliver value consistently over and over. But a lot of y'all, you give up on your business prematurely because if you sold someone on something right there that one day, if they didn't buy it, you now think you have a failing business. You think that you have a product that doesn't convert. Why do you think that McDonald's puts up so many commercials per day? They put up so many commercials per day because they know that they have to get their message out a good 6 or 7 times before a person ever realizes that they want to go to McDonald's. And you know what's so crazy? By the 7th time that they watch it, that's the first time it pops on their mind. Hey, you know what? I think I want McDonald's today. It was like totally lost on them prior to that, but now it matters. You have to keep putting your message out there to the right person over and over again, and soon enough, it will stick. And just know your conversion will get better over time the more that you provide customer surveys and the more that you do the things that they say. Some people are going to give you a shot right now, and your business might not even be that great. Take their feedback, apply it, and then that will double your clientele right there. Because not everybody is willing to just take a shot on you because you're a Black business owner. Especially with our people. Y'all should notice a lot of our people do not do business with us unless we're one of the best businesses in the world. So if you don't do customer surveys to your audience, there's no way that you're ever going to get there. Okay, how do y'all think that I know to talk about what I'm talking about right now? Because I survey my audience and they tell me exactly what to say. All I do is come on here and say it. Make sure that you do your customer surveys. Make sure you have your cash system set up. It needs to be a streamlined payment method, y'all. It needs to be easy for a customer to send you money. If they got to go through a billion hoops to send you money, you're going to miss out. You're going to fumble the bag. Also, you got to make sure that you set up your bank accounts properly. When you set up your business, here's how I structure my business. I have an income account, an operating expense account, a salary account, a profit account, and a taxes account. The reason I have this structure is because I've learned through hard experience that if I only have one account and I put all of my business revenue there, I could easily dip into revenue that should have gone towards my taxes. And a lot of y'all never account for the 15% in taxes that you need to have set aside every year. 15% of all of the money that you make from every sale should go straight to taxes. Because at the end of the year, Uncle Sam want their money. You got to pay quarterly sales taxes. And this is one of the reasons why a lot of businesses go under right here. Because a lot of times, in not knowing anything about business, you think that if you sell something for $10, you could put that $10 in your pocket. Huh, boy, are you mistaken. You're in for a rude awakening if you're thinking that. You would be lucky to pocket $5 if you made a $10 sale, because there's so much of that $10 that has to go back into paying all of your business expenses, because it takes money to buy your products. It takes money to get your equipment. That's the reason I'm always asking y'all to give super chats, because business costs money. A lot of y'all don't realize that business is twice as expensive as you think. And it takes twice as long to get on as you would imagine. I'm telling y'all this now before you start your own business. Some of y'all think, hey, I just follow the steps and oop, I'm going to be an overnight success. Business takes you twice as long and it costs twice as much. For every $10 sale that you make, a couple dollars is going to go towards paying your bills just to keep your business going. If you got staff, you got to pay them before you pay yourself. You got to pay Uncle Sam. You got to pay back into your business, so that way, if you reach an emergency like what we saw with the pandemic, your business does not go under if the doors have to close. I keep saying this in every show that I talk about business. The average business cannot go over 1 month without sales. You need to start building your emergency fund. You need to start taking a proceeds of all of your revenues, and you need to start putting a little bit towards your savings account for your business every month. If not, your business will go under. Let me tell y'all something. Every business has high and low seasons. Every business ebbs and flows. I'm going to give a prime example. There are some businesses that are out there that are very seasonal. For example, people that sell 4th of July fireworks. And then you have other businesses like mine, for example, where the number one time where people are the most interested is at the very beginning of a calendar year, because you know how it is with people. As soon as they see a new year pop up, they're saying, okay, this is the year I'm going to make it happen. This is the year I'm going to get out of debt. This is the year I'm going to ball out. It's seasonal. So if you're not in the prime of your business season, do you have enough money on reserve to hold you over until you get to your prime? I'm telling you, ain't nobody else talking about this though on YouTube. And I'm just trying to warn you before you get into business. Y'all be thinking that everybody is balling and everybody is kicking it. There's a reason why over 1 million businesses went under when this pandemic happened. Okay. So now the fifth and last part is that you got to stop trading time for money. If you always have to work in order to make money, you just created another job for yourself. And this job in running a business is going to be a lot worse than a job that you're quitting. Trust me. You know, they say entrepreneurs are the only people who are willing to work 80 hours a week so they don't have to work for somebody else for 40. If you don't have a way of creating passive income behind your business model, you really should not go all in on building your business up just yet. Okay. Businesses require work, but you need to design your business so that it creates passive income for you. Now, this doesn't happen automatically. There still is going to be a grind to your business, but you need to design the structure of your business in a way to where passive income can happen. So look at my business as an example. I'm trying to give you all the example so you know exactly what to do. I do a certain amount of active work towards my business. This is an example of it right here. But if you notice, I'm only doing a show typically for about an hour and a half to 2 hours. The rest of the 24-hour day, money is still coming in, but I'm not doing a show. I'm not actively working with clientele. So you need to have systems in place so you're still getting paid throughout the day, whether you're working or not. If I only made money whenever I got on YouTube to do a show, there's no way I could keep this thing going because there's just not enough money in it. So you got to think about, how do you generate passive income streams built into your business so you're not trading time for money, okay? And the way that this typically happens is through automated systems. You could have a recurring offer for one of your products. Also, you can have a team of workers who will work even when you're not working. I love to be able to work with assistants that work overseas, because when I'm working, they're sleeping. When I'm sleeping, they're working. So it makes sure that the business is always flowing. Okay. At the end of the day, y'all, business is about design and execution. Map out the right design, execute relentlessly, and keep your head down until the results come. Those are the 5 core areas you need to focus on when building a business. Shout out to Tiana for the $5 super chat. Thank you, sister. And I'm so glad that you were able to get on the broadcast. I wasn't able to send you any email because I was so busy doing things behind the scenes for the show. There's a lot of tech that goes into this. And like I told y'all, I'm going to need to upgrade my computer so that way I could have a machine that supports all of what I'm trying to bring on this broadcast. I tell y'all, business takes money. My brother Chev, it's good to see you as always, King.
Peace, brother. Peace. I appreciate the whole conversation, man. You've done a great job tonight at getting feedback too. Shout out to Rodney, brother Rodney, sister Tiana, all of y'all that's been on the broadcast tonight. Y'all have made this such a valuable conversation. You sharing a lot of knowledge, brother. A lot of knowledge. Like you're saying things to me. I mean, you're saying things to us, right? But you're literally saying things that I'm thinking, damn, like I thought about that before. I just didn't know that was right. Like you said, give 60% of your time to marketing.
Right.
I'll give a lot of, you remember the conversation a couple of weeks ago? I'll be like, brothers don't really know what I'm doing on Facebook. But then it'll come to a point where I'm like, man, I got to get off of Facebook, off of Instagram, off of LinkedIn, off of Twitter, and go back into creating. But that marketing bug will be in me. Like, nah, you gotta make sure that you know your target audience, that you're cultivating with your target audience. And so, that was really a striker to me. I was like, 60%. Oh my goodness.
Absolutely, man. Especially when you're first getting off the ground, because nobody knows you. Nobody knows your business. Right. They don't know. You could eventually get yourself to a space where, because of the fact that you have so much of a brand reputation and you're such a name, it doesn't have to be as intensive. But when you're first trying to get out there and make sales, marketing is everything, man. And right. I would rather take a average product, market it relentlessly, and make it better in time than to have a perfect product that nobody knows about. Because right. That becomes miserable, man. It's like, I've spent years building products, but I never told anybody about it. So what was the point of me spending all those years coming up with it? You know what I mean?
Right.
A lot of times, we want to try to do things in a spirit of excellence. We hold ourselves to a certain standard, and it becomes a gift and a curse, because in the same time that we're trying to be so perfect, somebody else is taking an imperfect thing and they're out here winning. Right. So it's like, if for me, it frustrates me, bro, because it's like, I'll be looking at a lot of these businesses and I'd be like, damn, y'all suck, man. Like, y'all customer service sucks. You know, the service itself in general is horrible. The product isn't the best, but for one reason or another, they're out here making their money. Why?
Right.
Because they're doing all of the things that I'm not doing. They're
Right.
making the phone calls. They're running the ads. They're telling people about it. You know, that they're being where they need to be instead of obsessing about the product alone.
Yeah. I've
So,
definitely made that mistake, man.
yeah. Tell me about it.
Well, I've had United Consulting for 7 years now, right? And I started it after I had successfully been able to get 150 people on at Dell as an agency recruiter back in 14. I was thinking, man, like, don't let me take these skill sets that they've given me and not, monopolize it on my own. So I started doing employment searches. I started doing resumes, right? After a year, I was like, well, what am I really doing?
Yeah.
I'm not making any money. I'm really not seeing any success, but I do feel good about helping folks. I decided, okay, well, you do some community work. The consulting could be the backing for the community work. Could do all the paperwork.
Yeah.
And over the years, as I said last night, I've found an ability to operate projects. I've found an ability to work on policies. I found an opportunity to not only build business, but save business, and that be a part of my business.
Right.
But I'm still 7 years later trying to identify what really should be the pillar of my business. I help run a credit card processing company, Black owned. I'm a silent partner at a printing company off of Wells Branch. But even though I'm a silent partner, I'm nothing really but an outside sales agent, right?
Right.
But like you say, you have to go through the sales process. You can't get tired of it.
Correct.
You've got to even revise your sales process. Like, you've got to be ready for the objections. You've got to be able to, rebut. You've got to be able to identify your consumer base.
There you go.
And sometimes I'll make those mistakes after 7 years because I'm really like, well, what is the cash crop of my business? But then see, the community work proves to be the cash crop of my business.
Right.
That's where earning potential has come, because I did 5-10 years of free work. And, we'll get money and we don't abuse it, And so I'm sitting here still like, okay, well, do I go to law school and become, a business attorney or a commercial attorney and run things like that? Or do I go for my own PMP certification, get my CDL, turn Working Group 512, the community group, into a shipping and delivery company? That way we've got our own fleet of trucks for the food access program. I have all these different ideas, you know what I mean? How to keep it grassroots. But then, like I said, I'll get that bug and say, man, I'm doing too much marketing.
Yeah.
Or I need to go back into the drawing board and figure out how to not beat my brothers or my sisters or beat competition, but just to step aside of the competition and prove myself innovative, prove myself passionate and innovative. And so, I'm sitting here tonight really listening to you and Yasha and reading Rodney's comments like, man, I'm not working on my business enough. I'm really not. I'm really not putting the legs on it that I should.
Right.
But I'm dedicating a lot of work. You know what I mean? Like, sometimes I'll take on a graphic design project, brother, and it'll take me all week.
And let me talk on this real quick, if I may, King. I really think that one of your biggest challenges is having too many things going on at once.
Right.
Whether it's you know, actual tasks that you're out here doing, or so many ideas that are going on up here. You know, if you can put yourself in a position where you say, hey, you know what? I may have many opportunities. Which one is my best shot from what I can see? You pause all of the other opportunities, put that one forward, and then see how the market responds, because the market is going to tell you what they want. You know, if the market doesn't like it, they're going to tell you, I don't like it. And you'll be able to see the numbers. At the end of the day, it's a numbers game. But one of the things that I also want to point out is, even when we talk about the sales and marketing process, you want to make sure that you go deep rather than wide. So I'll give an example. You put out so much content on Facebook, man, and it's incredible. You have an excellent gift of marketing. How do you get people off of Facebook into your own private medium that you control, to then take them to the next level of wherever they want to go as a part of your business offering? This is one of the challenges that I see with a lot of business owners. And, you know, one of the brothers that we're going to have on in just a moment, Brother Abaya from Inside the Nation, this was one of the things that I was consulting him about. A lot of times we immediately tap into Facebook, but as you know, Facebook has an algorithm called EdgeRank that only allows up to 3% of all of your friends to actually see your post at best. And so, you know, even amongst that random 3% that Facebook puts your post in front of, how do you know that they even care about the community at all? How do you know that they are seriously invested in the community? And, you know, furthermore, what happens if Facebook puts you in Facebook jail? Well, if that's your primary means of putting out the content, you see what I'm saying? We need these platforms that we can control to say, okay, hey, I'm coming to Facebook because I know that this is where my community can be found. But once I'm done with Facebook, okay, I'm taking you from Facebook to the page. I'm taking you from Facebook to the text me. And when we get on this platform, we can really talk our talk in a more private space, and I can begin to nurture those relationships further. One of the biggest challenges that a lot of y'all need to focus on as business owners is separating the tire kickers from the customers. I'm telling y'all this now. And some of y'all might not hear me, but I know that Chevis understands this because he's well suited in sales. You can have a lot of people who act like they're down for your cause, but that doesn't mean they're going to take action. And one of the biggest problems whenever we're not going deep in our marketing is that you never have an opportunity to separate the real from the fake. So I'll put out a post on Facebook and I'll be like, okay, you know what? This is what we got going on. But if you're really serious about it, come to my landing page. And the people who leave their name in the email, okay, that's a certain degree of serious because they took an action. Another degree is taking those people and the customers. Instead of going wide, my aspiring business owners, where you feel like, oh man, you know, I got a product, I want to sell it on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Twitter, wherever. Go deep. Have one primary platform where you do the start of your business on the surface, and just use that as a launching pad to take people from that platform into a nurtured environment that you can control, where you can then convert them into paying customers. And these social media platforms are truly the worst at going from stranger to customer, because the relationship is too superficial. For people to start paying you, they got to know you, they got to see you, they have to build a bond and an experience with you. And that's the reason why we have to have really deep forms of marketing. So I thank you for being on, my brother.
Yeah. No, I appreciate the words of wisdom, brother.
Yes, sir. So real quick, I want to go back here. And then after this, Abaya, you're on. Thank y'all so much for y'all's patience. I want to put these brothers back on the screen. Y'all know I'm serious about these super chats. Y'all know I'm serious about us showing each other support. If we don't invest in each other, nobody else will. I put these 3 black men on the screen because you're looking at some of the most supportive brothers I've had in my life to help get my business going. Most specifically when it comes to this show with Shevis and Yasha Allah. But I'm going to take a moment to celebrate these brothers because when y'all pour into me, I pour into you. A few years ago, my father passed away. And that was a very hard time for me. The brother that was in my corner the hardest was this brother Azaniah. And it's never lost on me whenever brothers look out for me. I never forget that. And I always try to find opportunities to return the favor. That's why I'm doing what I'm doing right now. So when y'all give y'all super chat and y'all give y'all's Cash App, this is the reason why I take the time to celebrate y'all, even if other people don't care. Even if other people get off the broadcast, I take the time to celebrate y'all because I love y'all and I appreciate what you contribute to this space. The brother Azaniah has been in my corner. He's a day one. The brother Shevis, y'all see him almost on every show. Y'all see him sharing with 10. This brother being Facebook, constantly sending people DMs about the show. You've seen Yasha Allah on every episode. And as I've said before, a lot of you may know that this information that I'm giving y'all now, this just scratches the surface on the quality of content that I provide. This is just my free information that I just mass produce to the world. I'm giving these 3 brothers my highest paid product out of my entire product offering due to the level of support they have provided me in my show and in my life in general. These are 3 black men who I'm personally investing in because they love me enough to invest in me. And I will do the exact same thing for y'all because this is what our community needs to see. So I want to share this on the screen so that way y'all can see this. Okay. And after this is done, we're going to have another brother get on here because we're going to promote his business as well. It's going to be very important for our culture. Now, a lot of y'all know I have a program called 0 to 6 Figures. This is where I show you how to create a 6-figure net worth so that you can create generational wealth and build assets to pass down to your kids. This is a generational wealth program. This program right now on the order page is for $997. This is a $1,000 product. The cheapest you can get into this program is for $400 a month in 3 monthly installments. I'm giving it to these 3 men for free. On this program, let me real quick show you what all you're going to get on the program. This is just my way of saying thank y'all. On this program, you're going to have access to a lot of things far beyond many of the core principles that I talk about in this show. So as you could see, when you get into this program, you're going to have access to 6 modules. Module 1 is talking about your roadmap to building wealth. I highlight all of the distinctions between how the middle class has been taught to manage their money versus the top 1%. I show you how to automate your finances so that you never have to manage your finances yourself. This program shows you how to have an automated system where your money goes exactly where it needs to go every month. And you only need to check your bank accounts for up to 30 minutes tops per month, not 30 minutes per day, 30 minutes per month tops, because you're going to have an automated system that puts all of the money where it needs to go for you. And it's suited towards your goals. That's how the system is designed. It's going to focus on completing your debt payoff plan. I know that could be very beneficial for those of you college graduates that are watching. We talk about achieving financial security. Okay, so we talk about the biggest keys to investing, the number one thing that will kill your investments. Estate planning. This is in the lesson on building your legacy, building your income engine, and investing. Okay, where I'm going to show you the most profitable money makers, how to create a passive income business, why the rich get richer and the poor get poor, and making sure that you reach that 6-figure net worth. Not only will you three brothers have access to that 6-week masterclass, I'm also giving you access to my 4 bonuses. I'm giving you my high salary secrets, where I show you how to go out and command a higher salary. I'm giving you my Build Your Credit video vault, which will show you how to focus on handling disputes, maximizing your credit score, deleting late payments, deleting collections, deleting charge-offs, handling bankruptcies, foreclosures, credit inquiries, etc. Anything that you got on your credit report, this course shows you how to tackle it. And then thirdly, it's passive income secrets. A lot of y'all are big on passive income. As Anaya, I know I'm speaking your language. In this program, I show you how you can make passive income using stock video, Airbnb, Fiverr, done-for-you services, mobile apps, pianos. That's a very interesting one because I know a lot of y'all are wondering, well, what's up with that? Car sharing, membership clubs, email list, and referrals. And then last but not least, you're also going to get access to my Maximum Productivity Masterclass. So not only will I be showing you how to manage your money, I'm also going to be showing you how to manage your time. Thank you, brothers. You brothers mean the world to me. I have no reservations saying openly, I love you, black men. I'm here for black men. I'm here out of love for my people. I thank you all for sending me your emails. I will have this course sent over to you by the end of the night. And I pray that it is a blessing for you and your families. Thank you, brothers.
Thank you, brother.
Hey, all praises.
I wish I had other words. All praises to the Most High.
Of course, man. Let's continue to invest in each other, man, and we'll take it from there. All right. So with no further ado, we got a special guest on tonight, y'all. This brother's been waiting in the background for some time. I'm really excited to have this brother on the show right now. This is one of my favorite brothers, honestly, very intelligent brother. And he too has a heart to serve the people. So with no further ado, let's have our brother, none other than Brother Abaya, on. Peace to you, my brother. It's good to see you on, man. Thanks for joining us on the Uzziah Show.
Hey, shalom, bro. How you doing?
Hey, I'm doing better now that I see you, my brother. It's always good to see another black man on here who's in a good position to pour back into our community. That's what this show is all about. You know, I really wanted to create this platform, all praises to the Most High, to be able to, you know, have black men educate other black men on how to be able to take their life to the next level. So if you could, brother, can you just kind of give us a brief background on who you are, and then we could kind of take it from there.
All right. Maybe one or two of y'all might know me. I got a platform inside the Nation Radio. We do shows for Israel, try to support the nation, and help the people as much as we possibly can. As far as my background past that, before that, Abaya, just nobody, just plain old Abaya. On here, I've been receiving some wise counsel from the brother Uzziah. I definitely got to call it wise counsel. He's been helping me a lot with my career path. Used to be a paramedic. I think a few people might know. Used to be a paramedic. Then I went to law enforcement. Now I'm transitioning those skills that I picked up there to the community, transitioning my career, but trying to get into another career where I can have a career and also help the people. It's something that's wise for the culture at the same time. So basically, that's pretty much it. You know, I'm a pretty boring guy. I ain't got too much to say about myself.
No, man. I'm gonna talk you up if you don't talk yourself up. You know how the scriptures say, "Let another man exalt you." So I could get with that, King. Abaya is a really great guy who is focusing on taking his talents, and turning it into value for our community. And that's the reason why I'm featuring him on tonight's show, because if y'all remember from last night's show, I did an entire segment on how to turn your talents into money. So if you could, Abaya, tell us a little bit about how you're able to take your talents and turn it into money. I don't want to let the cat out of the bag about how you've done this. So, tell us about your background, how you've developed a certain skill set and experience in certain areas, and how you found a way to take that experience and monetize it for the benefit of your family.
Okay. As I said earlier, I've been out in working with the public for some years now. I started as being a paramedic, seen a lot, did a lot, learned a lot of information in that field. Then I transitioned to the sheriff's office. I worked inside of the jail for a while, got some experience there. And then from that point, I went out on the road as a police officer and got a lot more knowledge. Okay. But one thing I've noticed, though, just by working in that field and then just looking at us as a people or people in general, is that there are a lot of things that happen that deal with the law, the legality of things that a lot of people just don't know. We as a community can look at TV, CNN, Fox, or something like that, and we'll see injustice happen to an individual. And the first thing you see is not guilty, but nobody knows why they're seeing these things. Most times we just chalk it up to white privilege. And sometimes it's that. But other times it's because we did not gain the information that we should have picked up when we had the opportunity. We did not fill ourselves with the knowledge. There are some things that we're just being miseducated on, and we put ourselves in these particular positions. So the career fields that I've had, it's allowed me to pick up this knowledge, and I'm trying to share this same knowledge with the community. And so that's where we are right now. So that's what I'm doing. I'm out of the law enforcement field. I don't plan on going back in, but I want to use what I picked up to actually help people who don't know, because it can be life-saving, life-changing information.
Absolutely. Now, I got a question for you, Abaya, and I don't mean to put you on the spot with this question, so I'm gonna talk for a little bit, you know what I mean, just in case you need time to think of it. I'm very curious as to maybe a prime example of something that most of our community doesn't know about when it comes to getting pulled over by police officers in terms of how to conduct ourselves. Just, maybe one little gem on that. Before you answer that, though, if you're liking what we're doing right now, make sure that you smash that like button. Make sure that you subscribe. This is an honor, man. We're showcasing how the Black community can avoid police brutality. This brother is on the show because we want to take his business on how to avoid police baiting and other things that you deal with law enforcement, so that way we're not getting shot down in these streets. This is major. Our community needs this. If you like what we're doing, y'all, please smash that like button. Please give that super chat. It will allow us to keep this thing going. Now, the thing about Abaya is, this is a brother that comes from law enforcement, so he knows from the inside how the game goes. And this could end up saving your life. I mean, it could be you. It could be your son. It could be your daughter. It could be a family member or a friend. You never know what situation you'll be confronted with when you're pulled over by a police officer and things go left. This is very important information for our community. So, Brother Abaya, could you kind of give us just one free nugget to chew on? We know that you got, an entire business surrounding this, but can you give us an example of something that happens to our people on a regular basis by law enforcement, and we don't handle it the right way, and this causes problems for us in the future. Can you give us an example of this, and what is the right way to overcome it?
Okay. Well, here's a big thing, especially with our community. Most people believe what they think is right is lawful, and it's not. You believe that it should be lawful, so you allow yourself to think that this is written in the law somewhere, and it's not. And I'll give you an example. All right, you're driving down the road and you come to a stop sign, but you kind of run through the stop sign. You do a rolling stop. You get pulled over by the police. Now, for whatever reason, he says, "Hey, I need you to step out the vehicle." Now, you see like several videos on YouTube all over the place, and people, when they're dealing with the police, first thing they say is, "I know my rights. I don't have to get out of the car. Give me my ticket. I need to go." And it turns into a back and forth. But in reality, you don't know your rights, right? There have been Supreme Court rulings on this. For example, Wilson versus Maryland, Pennsylvania versus Mims. These are two Supreme Court rulings that stated if an officer asks you to step out of a vehicle, you must comply and step out. That is the law. But what happens, an individual will be like, "Well, I know my rights. I don't have to step out." Well, what you just did is violate the law at this point. Now he's going to pull you out. Now there's 10 people on the side of the road. They all got cell phone footage. We saw the officer snatch him out of the car, and it's a big deal now. It goes to court, not guilty. Now everybody's confused, like, what happened? Well, now you don't know your basic rights. Therefore, when you thought you saw a violation of the law, it really wasn't. Who was actually in the wrong, according to the laws of the land of America, was the driver, not the officer. But in your eyes, you saw, what, God, they just snatched him out of the car. And, and I'm summing it up because it actually, it could be a lot more things that happen in the process than that. But wow, they snatched him out of a vehicle and they threw him in cuffs, and that's abuse, and that, but in reality, the Supreme Court has ruled that that officer or that sheriff deputy has every right to take you out of the vehicle if you refuse to step out of the vehicle. But by an individual not knowing the law, not knowing that these are Supreme Court rulings, well, what just happened? You violate the law. So now we're lost at this point. We're thinking that we know the law. We think that is right. Because why? I know my rights. But in reality, I'm only telling you what I think should be right. Right. Everything I think should be right ain't lawful.
Yeah. Hey, man, you said a word right there, brother. And it's so important that we know this, because all we can go off of is what we see on video. Like when we see how certain situations go down on video, and I'm gonna keep it a buck, like situations like George Floyd, that seemed dead wrong in my eyes. Philando Castile, certain situations like that, even Anton Sterling, it seemed like it on video dead wrong. But the reason why I keep stressing the part about things seeming dead wrong is because we tend to look at these things on video, and then we have a certain behavior because we're reacting to it. And for a lot of brothers, man, the resentment or the frustration or rage that we have when we see these things on camera actually ends up with us being the next one being gunned down in these streets. Right. And so I think that it is so key, man, that you really educate us on, okay, what is the media telling us versus what is the real law? Like what steps do Black men and Black women truly need to follow in order to prevent us from being victims of police brutality? I can't say enough about the topic, man. That's why I love having you on. I believe that you have a course on this, correct? Where you kind of outline the steps of, how we should deal with the law enforcement, what things we need to know, things of that nature. Could you tell us a little bit more about that?
All right. It's an online video course. It's called Surviving the Police. All right. Because that's exactly what it is. This is survival. And inside of the course, I made the course really basic and plain. There are no big legal terms. You don't have to be a
Good.
police officer to understand it. You don't have to be a lawyer. Because here's the mistake that a lot of people make. A lot of people, they get in trouble with law enforcement or have their rights violated, and they think it's because they don't have a deep understanding of the law. And it couldn't be the furthest thing from the truth. In reality, people have their rights violated or get in trouble with law enforcement because they don't have a basic understanding of the law. All
Right.
you need to know are your basic rights. And I always tell people, when you read the book of Acts, the 22nd chapter, 26th verse, when they were about to scourge Paul, what did he
Yes.
say? Is it lawful for you to scourge a man that's a Roman? He wasn't talking about the Mosaic law, God's law. He knew his basic rights. As we should know our basic rights. We can't be so religious to the point of where we get to where, well, I don't need to know that. That's secular. That's not of God. Listen,
Right.
Paul knew his basic rights, and so
Right.
should you. Right. So when you learn these type of things, there have been so many brothers and sisters who probably passed over $100,000, $500,000 lawsuits because their basic rights were violated. But if you don't know that your basic rights are violated, you don't know when they've been. If you don't know your basic rights, you don't know if they've been violated. For a quick example,
You said something right there. I'm sorry. My ears perked up right there when you said a lot of brothers been passed up $500,000, $1 million lawsuits. I'm like, damn, which of my rights have been violated? I need to go into court.
Right. And the thing is, like, so many people don't know, like, we think our rights are violated if we're snatched from the car or beat up or something like that. Now we need to go to court. But wait, it could be a lot smaller than that. The Supreme Court ruled in the case Rodriguez versus the United States. If a police officer pulls you over for running a stop sign or running a red light, he is only allowed to keep you on the side of the road for as long as it takes him to write a citation or a warning. If me, as a police officer, if I extend that stop any longer than that without probable cause, I have just violated your Fourth Amendment rights. It is an unreasonable seizure. Most people don't know when you're stopped by the police, that's actually a seizure. So I have now, according to the Supreme Court, I have now unreasonably seized you longer than the time that the law permits. Your rights were violated, but since you didn't know that, you never went into a court. Could have been $100,000 you just let sit and float away. So once you know these things, you know how to start say, hey, listen, once we all as a people start learning these things and we all start speaking up, say, okay, listen, you're going to stop violating my rights. You must do this, this, and this.
Yeah.
It does two things. It allows you to stop your rights from being violated, and it allows you to hold the police to a certain level of a certain standard.
Yeah.
You're going to know what they can and can't do, and you're going to know what you can and can't do. But until you do that, until you start learning these things, your rights will continue to be violated. You could be walking down the street and the officer say, hey, let me see your ID. He has absolutely, positively no legal authority to ask you anything.
Bruh. You said so much right there, man. Listen. I'm going to start jumping through the computer screen to take y'all super chats. Y'all get so much game on this channel. It just amazes me how y'all will watch this and be like, yo, I'm going to go over here, over there for the information. We're putting it all right here for you. I told y'all this is the only positive black male media outlet where you're going to get the financial, the spiritual, the community empowerment. It's all right here. And the thing that trips me out about this is, like, all it takes is a brother like yourself and Chevis, who is actually looking into studying law, to be able to link up on how to be able to educate the culture. Like, these are lessons that our entire community needs to know. As Anaya's up here is talking about, I think I may have been violated a time or two. That brother just won his free settlement, man. Shout out to Yashala for the $10 super chat. That definitely was worth a super chat, man. I don't know what y'all tripping. Y'all on some other stuff right now, man. For the brother to be giving out these gems and these super chats ain't flying in. Y'all got to get y'all mind right, man. This is so much great information. Thank you so much for sharing this with us, brother.
If I share one more thing really quickly.
Sure.
And this is what I've noticed about us, because when I'm bringing this information out, I want to bring this information out to the community.
Yes,
because we are the people that's most affected by this. But here's the thing: statistically, we're the people who are affected the most. This information that I'm giving right now, I got it. Y'all see it. We the People University. That's the YouTube channel. Now, mind you, you go to that YouTube channel. That it's been up about 2, maybe 3 weeks.
Yeah.
There are thousands of subscriptions. There are the video lessons that I'm putting on with video examples. They're like 60,000 views, 30,000 views, 20,000 views. It's just from 0 to 100, just like that.
Wow.
But here's the problem, though. The problem with that. So I'm not searching for views on it, but here's my biggest problem. When you look at the people watching the videos and subscribing and downloading the free ebook, because I have a free ebook as well. If you don't mind, I'll put it in the comment section.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
There's a free ebook. Well, I'm giving you some tips and pointers on how to deal with the police. But the people getting the free ebooks, the people coming to watch the videos, the people who are subscribing, the people who saying continue to do this are 95% not us.
Wow. Wow. So that's crazy. So you're saying you are a Black man, retired law enforcement, having massive views on how to stop police brutality. And 95% of the people that are watching your content and engaging with your material are the people that don't even look like you, who happen to be the most violated by the police.
Yes.
Yo,
what it is them putting themselves in a position where they're not going to be violated.
But yo, listen, Ariel just asked me, can I put up the link to your course? I'm gonna go ahead and do that right now. We all need to get in because we all need to know this information to save our lives. This is life-saving information. You never know when it's going to be your day. Y'all know we be driving on the highway. We see the cops pull up. We start getting a little nervous. We would wish that we had that knowledge in that moment. It's too late to learn the knowledge whenever whenever it's time for you to get pulled over. So I'm gonna put this link. Tell us the name of the course again so everybody knows what to look out for when I leave the comments.
Okay, the name of the course is Surviving the Police. And I also put in the chat section where you can get the ebook, WeThePeopleUniversity.com. Also too, and here's what I want to, if you don't mind, brother, if I could just say this about this brother, man. I came to him to find out, like, okay, I really want to get this out there. And he gave me such a incredible step-by-step understanding and a breakdown of how to do this.
Who are you talking about, Abaya? I just got to throw that out there.
I'm talking about, I'm talking about you. I would have told my wife, I say, you know, this brother's a genius. That's my exact words to her. Like, I like the things that you brought to my attention. I was like, I think I told you, like, I never thought about that. Never crossed my mind, right? And so it's just a beautiful thing. And since I've taken that information that you've given me and I've applied it, it's like a charm, just like that. It's working like a charm. But the course itself also, and I like to try and set up everything I do to benefit us as a community. And so if you guys are wanting to take the course, which I have it on sale at this point, it's like only $79 online right now. But I created an affiliate link that I gave to the brother Uzziah. So if you do want to take the course and you do want to participate, and click his link, because what that does, if you participate and register, it also helps him out and it donates to his show.
Absolutely.
Okay? So definitely, if you're going to take the course, and that's how it's supposed to be. I have a career now, but I want my career to benefit the community. And while benefiting the community, the brothers who are helping is going to benefit them as well. It's like killing 3 birds with 1 stone. So click on his link. It's going to donate back to him as well. It's going to give you the information. If you are a parent, when I was a police officer, my sister contacted me and she was scared of my 21-year-old nephew simply going to the mall because of everything that was happening with the police. As a police officer myself, she was still afraid. So therefore, I'm like, I got to do something to start teaching them like what to do, because this is a real thing. This is a real thing. So if you're a parent, hey, get the course, sit down and watch it with your children. We got to stop being an entertainment driven people and start seeking out the knowledge, because we're perishing because of the lack of it. All right. So again, if you're
Wow.
going to sign up for the course, definitely click the link that the brother has. Uzziah. It's going to benefit yourself, and it's going to benefit his show. It's going to donate, and I want to say thank you as well, because everything that you've told me, like I said, man, I was in there talking to my wife, like, oh my God, this brother's a guru. Like, it was beautiful. But I just want to say thank you, though.
Thank you, my brother, and much love to you and your household, man. This is a dream come true. Two black men who want the best for their people, sharing their knowledge with the rest of the community. This isn't something that you see every day.
Right.
Mass media doesn't want us to see this. A lot of people on YouTube don't want us to see this, but it's just so amazing whenever we can come together as a nation and really do something incredible, man. I really thank you for sharing this. Please make sure that y'all get the course. Like the brother said, you know, it's wins on top of wins here. You know, you never know when the information will come in handy. And just by you telling somebody else the information, like give it as a gift to somebody else. Like some of y'all know y'all got that nephew that's always cutting up on the block. Learn the information just so you can tell it to him at the next cookout. We got to invest in each other, bro. And it's like there's nobody who I would rather learn this training from than you. Who could I better trust to help protect my life as a black man on how to survive police brutality than another black man that understands that world? You know what it's like on both sides. You knew what it was like as a law enforcement officer, and you know what it's like to be a black man in America. So thank you, black man. Thank you for all that you do, man. And I could take no credit. You know, I give all praises to the Most High. I would love to take so many other brothers and sisters like yourself and turn your talents into something. That's what this platform is really all about. So I pray, man, that the Most High makes your cup runneth over with success, my brother.
I appreciate that.
You know, the brother Roy, the chef, said two builders building. Shout out to Roy, the chef, man. And the mighty Roy, the chef, that was the connecting link. I'm sure he would appreciate me saying that to his credit. This was the brother that was able to link me and Abaya up. So shout out to that brother Roy, the chef. Not only does he connect, he brings forth a $10 super chat. Thank you, my brother. Thank you for keeping it all in the family, man. What's life about, man? As Anaya said, keep bringing us the knowledge that the people need. Thank you for the $10 super chat as well, King. The brother Yasha Allah was so motivated by what you had to say. He gave another super chat on top of the super chat that he gave before. Y'all keep these super chats coming in, y'all. I want to get more black men on here telling their stories, y'all. And yo, you know, we always talk about this, Yasha Allah. It was like Abaya was on every show leading up to this. Why are we always having to tell our people to invest in each other, man? Why are we so disconnected from supporting our own that you got to constantly beg our people to look out for each other? Why is it that, okay, a black man is giving out all this material on how to survive the cops, and you got white people trying to learn the information from a black man more than another black man? But it's going to be the black man be the main one getting hemmed up by the cops. This makes no sense, my people. This makes no sense, man. We got to wake up, man. We got to wake up. There should be no reason why this brother has to rely on an all-white audience in order to support his family. Now, listen, if he gets money from other communities, there's no problem with that. Do what you do. But listen, what the brother is saying is that if it were not for these other communities soaking up the information that he made for you, he wouldn't even have a platform to put the information on. We got to do better, my people. We got to do better. And that be the reason why I always talk about these super chats. I pray the Lord allow me to see the day where it's a typical thing for black people to invest in each other and the world can see it. The world can see it, because until that day comes, we ain't never going to be taken seriously, man. We're never going to be taken seriously. We will always support everyone else except ourselves. As Anaya said, he just registered for this course. See, this becomes a platform where brothers put their businesses out here and brothers is getting sales on the show. Let's give the brother a hand for that, man. That's what this is all about. This is what this is all about. We're supporting our people in real time. We are supporting Black business owners in real time, and it's happening on this show. If y'all don't super chat, you better.
You mind if I add really quickly too? Now, the way I have it set up, and because I have it set up on a particular platform, and like I told y'all, the brother has an affiliate link. If you brothers and sisters go out and you're registering for the course and you tell somebody else about that, listen, you can have an affiliate link too, because it's all keeping it inside of the community. So just by you simply stating it to someone else, saying, hey, I know this course, you should take it. And if they decide to sign up, hey, sign up for my affiliate course. Therefore, you can have a link so it can pay you as well. That's the type of business I want. One that's going to affect the entire community. So I appreciate that registration also.
You know why I love your spirit? Because whenever you do things, Abaya, you always do it for everybody else to win. Like when you did the Brew League, you put that on so guys like Ro could win. Ro had a platform for his gift to shine thanks to your diligence, brother. You know, I thank you, man, so much for coming on the show. We got to get you on the show again. We're going to make this thing happen another time. As Anaya wants to know, how do I become an affiliate right now? Like, y'all don't understand, man, this affiliate process. There's a process that the brother had to go through to make sure that you could get paid for telling somebody else about it. He could have easily just ran off with the money himself, but he's creating an avenue so that way you can get paid as well as you educate the culture. Ariel just said she just subscribed to We the People University. Make sure y'all do that as well. Make sure you subscribe to the brother's channel on YouTube, y'all. The brother's doing some amazing things. A stand-up brother, a man's man, and I couldn't think of a better man to learn about law enforcement from. So thank you so much, my brother. Lord will we speak soon. Many blessings to you and your household.
I appreciate it. I just put my email address in the chat, abaya@wethepeopleuniversity.com. So if you want to sign up to be an affiliate, just email me your information. All I need is your name and your email address, and I'll send you an email link out, and then it'll give you where you sign up and create your own password. You have your own back office, and you have a link. And every time you refer somebody, click that link, and that's it. Really quickly, make sure if it's an email that you send me, make sure it's an email that's connected to a PayPal, because that's how you're going to get paid, directly to your PayPal.
Say that one more time for the people.
If you email and you want to become an affiliate, make sure you use the email address that's connected to PayPal, because the system is going to pay you directly to your PayPal. So make sure you connect the PayPal to your email address.
It's a win-win, my people. You get an opportunity to learn about your basic rights to avoid any trouble from the cops, and you have an opportunity to make money along the way. I love this so much, man. I love spending time with you, breaking bread with you, my brother. And if all of us had this same mindset, and there was a brother just like this on this show day by day, we would have a Black Wall Street that was bigger than Black Wall Street in Tulsa, Oklahoma. Because I live in Austin. This brother lives in Atlanta. This brother that's commenting right now lives in Barbados. So this could be bigger than what we knew in Tulsa if we have the mind to come together. Like, this is the opportunity, y'all. We can do Black Wall Street digitally. And that's the reason why I created the platform, giving all praise to the Most High, so that way brothers could get on here, talk about their business, and you can support, and we can recycle our money. Much love, my brother. Lord's will we speak soon.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
All right, now, peace. Thank you so much, y'all, for tuning in tonight. It's been an incredible show. Has this been a show, or has this been a show? I tell you at the top of every show, y'all think it's cap. I tell y'all at the top of every show, I strive and work hard to make sure that y'all get as much free game as possible. Some of you cheap Negroes out there, y'all done soaked up $1 million game for free 99, man. And that's all good because you're still my brother and I love you. But make sure that you donate to the cause, please. If you like where we're going, if you like the brothers that are getting on, then please donate, y'all. Make sure that y'all bring forth that super chat. Make sure that y'all bring forth your donations. The Cash App is on the screen, $ Black Men's Career. Make sure that you bring forth the PayPal. It's in the description below. I'm also going to have the link for you to be able to get into that police training program on the description below. Okay, surviving the police, y'all. You never know who's next. Let's make sure that we educate our culture and let's make sure that we look out for one another. In tomorrow's episode, we're going to talk about, boy, I'm getting ahead of myself here. We're going to talk. I want to put something else out here real quick because I don't want it to get ahead of me. This is a really important point. A lot of y'all know right now there's a lot going on in Louisiana. One of the things that my church is doing is putting together a community service relief effort for us to be able to get out there and support the people in time of need. We're looking to provide them with food, water. We're looking to provide them with essentials to help them get by. If you are in Louisiana and you have any information that you can share, please send me an email at Uzziah at blackmenscareer.com. Once again, that is Uzziah at blackmenscareer.com. Let me know how you're doing out there. So I will tell the church that when we make our relief efforts, we could see how we can consider you in the process. As Anaya asked, do I have an affiliate link also? Unfortunately, I don't. I got to step my game up and get like and get like our brother Abaya. So, man, thank y'all so much for hopping on. Stay on the lookout for those details. I really want us to be able to do a show where we focus on giving relief efforts to Louisiana. We got to support each other at all times, man. In the next show, I want to talk about how to not trade time for money. That's one of the biggest traps for so many of us as workers. And then in tomorrow's show, I want to talk about how we can create passive streams of income so that way we're not always working, giving away our precious time. I want us to spend time with our family, our friends. I want us to spend time building legacy. But as we spend that time, the money can still come in. And so that's what tomorrow's show is going to be about. If you like today's show, make sure that you're on for tomorrow, y'all. Listen, if you got ideas that you want me to discuss for future shows, make sure that you send me an email at Uzziah at blackmenscareer.com. If there's certain things that you want me to promote about your business, I'll promote it for free. Just shoot me an email, send me your website, give me the details, what your business is about. Let me know everything that I need to know. So that way, when I do my next show, I can be the plug, give you the promo that you need, all for free. Y'all see it. Black Wall Street starts here, y'all. Let's do it. Let's come together. Thank y'all so much for the support. I love y'all. Thank y'all so much for everybody who super chatted today. Thank you, Roy the Chef, for the $10 super chat. Thank you, Azaniah, for the $10 super chat. Thank you, Yasha Allah, for the $10 super chat. Thank you, Tiana, for the $5 super chat. I'm going to find a way to send you some info regarding the target market. Just keep me reminded on that, sister. Thank you for the other $5 super chat. Thank you, Rodney, as always, my brother, for the $25 super chat. And as you stated, the free game that y'all get on here is ridiculous, man. Like I said, I got to set up a Patreon or something, and I got to charge for some of this stuff, man, because it's crazy. So y'all soak up this game, man. Thank you to We the People University for the $20 super chat. Thank you, Akita, for the $10 super chat. That's right. I'm naming all of y'all that support the show because y'all are the show. Y'all are going to be recognized as the sponsors of Black Men's Career. Thank you, Yasha Allah, for the $15 sponsorship. And as y'all can see, you never know when I might do a show and I may give you a surprise gift. So make sure that you continue to donate. The Cash App and the PayPal donation links are in the description below. Thank y'all. I'm praying for y'all. Stay focused and keep pushing. I'll see you on tomorrow's episode, Lord willing.